It's recording now? Okay, it's recording. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I know this is so random though. We're in July and I'm over here telling you guys this story. I've been wanting to tell you guys this story, and actually I made the first attempt a couple of months ago, but I just never came around to edit it, and I don't know, I just want to tell you guys now. So I want to tell you guys this, I guess, a scary story, and I'm going to try to explain it the best I can, the best memory I have of the story. I've been watching in the times that I don't film and watch YouTube videos, and I go ahead and I watch like scary videos, people going on abandoned places and just exploring them. And I don't know why, but that's like one of the things I like to watch on YouTube. But when it comes to movies, it's a totally different story. Like, I will legit have a pillow in front of me and you'd be like, is it over yet? I don't even know why I'm like that. So this is when I was, I believe, between 11 and 12 or 13 years old. We lived in this house, and in this house it was a duplex, so it was like divided in half, and I had a room. We had a little living room, the kitchen, and my mom and my stepdad's bedroom, and then we only had one restroom. So my door, I had two doors. So one door was like for the main entrance of the house, which we never used that door. We only used the side door because we just used that one the most. And anytime that we would buy groceries and stuff like that, we would always use that door. I had another door, and that door led to my mom's room. So, and then my room was kind of big, so like bigger than my mom's and my stepdad's room. So I had like this big opening, and we used sheets, sabanas, to like close that area. So you might see me like this because my AC is on and I'm cold. And one day I was in my room listening to my radio. I was sitting down on my bed and my headphones on. I was by myself in the house. My stepdad and my mom were outside cleaning out the car, talking. It was about around, I don't know, maybe 5 to 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And just so randomly, where I had that opening at, my sheets were tied open, so I can go out and go in. And for some odd reason, I was sitting kind of like at the edge of my bed, and I had my radio. And back then we didn't have iPods or anything like that yet, and I had my headphones in, plugged in, listening to the radio, jamming out. And then tell me why, it caught my eye. I was looking straight forward, and then I looked and I see a little girl passing by with what looked like like a dress and like a basket from, like, I don't know, this little girl looked like she came from like the 80s, like just what she was wearing. And it was so clear as day to me. I stood up and I was like, now I know no one else is in the house, and if my mom or my stepdad were calling me, they would either say my name, or like they noticed that I'm not answering, they would come to my room and be like, hey, I'm calling you. I stood up and I looked and I saw it happen, and I was just in shock. And I know they always say never follow what you saw or anything like that, but I was freaked out, and I stood up, I took off my headphones. I'm like literally like so scared that I literally want to run, but for some reason I was like, let me kind of register what I just saw. And I got up, I walked towards the little dining room, living room, and I walked to the kitchen, and I walked to my mom's room, and I looked everywhere, the restroom, anything. And when I noticed that nobody was in the house but me, I went back to my room, I turned off the radio, and I booked it outside. And when I did, my mom was sitting on the steps that we had there, and so when I opened the door and I almost fell on top of my mom, she's like, "¿Qué tienes? Like, what's wrong?" And I'm like, "Oh, nothing." I told her, "There's nothing, there's nothing wrong." And she was like, "Okay." And I was like, "Really, mother, really?" And my stepdad, well, he didn't say anything. He was cleaning, and he didn't really like acknowledge that I had just came outside because he was cleaning and stuff like that. And then I was like, I can't hold it anymore. I need to tell my mom. I really need to. And I was like, well, and I'm almost like, well, what is it? And she can see that I'm trying to tell her something. It's like, we don't want to say it, but you want to say it. And I was like, she's like, what's guess? You know, what is it? What do you want to tell me? And I go, well, I saw something. And she's like, plays it cool, right? At least, so I don't get scared. She plays it cool, and she's like, well, what do you mean? And I was like, well, yeah, I saw something, you know, in my room. And she's like, well, what did you see? And I tell her, you know, what I just had saw and what I did. I looked around the house, realized and noticed that nobody was in the house but me. And she's like, okay. And then I was all like, no one is scared here? Oh my god, I'm so cold. So cold. The AC is on. I kind of want to cut it down because I want to forget to turn it back up, but yeah. So she's like, okay. And I was like, in my mind I was like, so nothing's gonna be done, we're not gonna talk about it. I mean, we're not gonna talk about it, that's fine, it's good for me. And she told me that she saw, her and my stepdad saw that same little girl. And I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, no way. And she's like, yeah. And she told me her side of the story, how come no one told me. And but just because they didn't want to scare me, and so I was like, well, it's too late now, I'm already scared as it is. So that is my little mini story. I know it's, like I said, it's out of random. We're in July, we're not even October, but there's a lot of things that have happened to me that I've seen and heard. Still can remember to this day, like how everything went, at least to what I can remember. But that is it, you guys. That's what I wanted to tell you guys. Like I said, I wanted to tell the story a couple of months ago, but I just never came around it, and I deleted that footage because, I mean, I was like, I'll probably do it later on, and here I am. So if you want to know any more ghost stories or what my mom and my stepdad saw, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll do a part 2 to this video. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I know it's out of random, but kind of bored. Other than that, you guys, subscribe if you haven't, and until next time, be safe. Peace.